I welcome all of you on the Fast Track Defense channel. In this video, I am going to tell you about the recent syllabus and what are the important topics you have to study and what are the topics you have to skip in the syllabus of UPSC NDA examination. All of you are aware that UPSC has released the examination date and the PDF which is coming on the screen, this PDF is of the notification which was released for NDA 1 2022. All of you are aware that the examination for NDA 1 2022 is going to be held on 10th of April all across the country, and all of the candidates are preparing very hard for this examination as only around 90 days are left for the examination. So many of the candidates have increased the speed, and if you haven't done, please bring a speed to your preparation of the examination so that you are able to score better. In this video, I am going to tell you what is the revised scheme for the preparation of the NDA examination. But before starting the video, I would like to tell you one important thing. Firstly, you have to subscribe the channel, then you have to come to the playlist of this channel. We have made a separate playlist for almost all the topics which are coming in the NDA examination. Mainly the topic of current affairs is very much important for the NDA examination. All of you are aware that 10% of the weightage of GAT portion is for the current affairs. When I say about 10%, it constitutes around 60 marks. That means around 15 questions are asked from the current affairs itself. So if you are just stay tuned in this channel, then it is going to be very much helpful, because within 2 days I am going to come up with the current affairs for NDA and CDS examination, and these current affairs are going to add a value to your preparation. So stay tuned in this channel because it will help you a lot. And don't forget to watch all our playlist. We have made a separate video for almost all the chapters which are coming in the NDA examination for the mathematics and few topics of GAT in our YouTube playlist. So friends, without wasting any time, we will start with the video now. So simply, when you open the notification of NDA 1 2022, then you have to scroll down and come to the page number 19. If you come to the page number 19, it is clearly mentioned regarding the revised scheme and syllabus for the examination. Here, firstly, we can understand the examination pattern. As all of you are aware that this examination consists of two papers, mathematics and GAT. Each has around 2.5 hours of time. Mathematics is of 300 marks and GAT is of 600 marks. Mathematics, each right answer will fetch you around 2.5 marks, and GAT each right answer will fetch you around 4 marks, and 1/3 is negative marking in both mathematics as well as GAT. And the sectional cutoff is 25%. That means individually in mathematics and GAT you have to score around 25% of marks. So this is the overall marking scheme for the NDA written examination. Now we will move with the full syllabus. So as all of you are aware that NDA paper consists of math and GAT. So firstly we will see the syllabus of math. So the syllabus of the examination part 1, which is the mathematics. So in this, questions related to algebra are asked. In that algebra mainly it covers the topics of sets, relation and function. Then few topics are covered from the modulus argument, which means complex number, arithmetic progression, harmonic progression, AP, GP, quadratic equation, then permutation and combination, binomial theorem, logarithm. So these are the topics from the algebra which is asked in the NDA mathematics. Then if you come to the next topic is matrices and determinants, you have to read most of the topic which is covered in the NCERT, as well as few topics which are not covered in the NCERT. It will be covered in the NDA Pathfinder book. You can refer to the NDA Pathfinder book for the mathematics section, because most of the topic which are asked in the NDA are covered in the NDA Pathfinder book. Similarly, the next important topic is trigonometry, and the weightage of trigonometry is also very high in the NDA examination. Like if you take the previous year question paper of NDA written examination, like in NDA 1 2021 and NDA 1 and 2 2022, NDA 1 2019, NDA 2 2019, if you see the weightage of trigonometry, around 15 to 20 questions have been asked in few year, and few year it has crossed to around 24 questions as well. That means the weightage of trigonometry is very high. So it is believed that around 10 questions will come surely in the NDA 1 2022 paper. So don't miss even a single topic from the trigonometry. Firstly, cover the basics from the NCERT. Do all the exercises, mainly the miscellaneous exercises from the NCERT book of 11th and 12th standard. And after that, move to the Pathfinder, cover the entire exercises of the Pathfinder do it around two to three times. Almost most of the topic will be covered. Read the concept before the exercise. Whatever is given in the Pathfinder, it will be covered. After the trigonometry, it is analytical geometry. That means about 2D and 3D. All of you are aware regarding the 2D chapter, which includes the straight line, circle, and 3D chapter, which includes 3D geometry as well as vector. These four chapters are very much important. It is given in 11th and 12th standard math books. Then next topic is calculus. Calculus constitutes of differentiation, then it integration, then application of derivative, then it constitutes of definite integral and application of integral. These five chapters plus one more chapter which comes under the differential calculus is of maxima and minima is one topic. So these six topics are asked in the differential calculus. That means calculus chapter consists of the six chapters which are chapter wise given in the NCERT book of 12th standard. So you can refer to the, firstly you have to refer to the NCERT book of 11th and 12th standard, then come to the standard books like Pathfinder. Next one is I have already mentioned regarding the integral calculus, then it is vector algebra, I have already mentioned, and the last one is statistics and probability. Statistics and probability, these both chapters are highly important. See, and you have to see the topics, from which topic in the statistics and probability the questions are asked. These topics you can take the screenshot, otherwise you can download the notification and come to page number 19 of the notification. In that you can have a detailed elaboration of the topic from where questions are asked, whatever is designed in the syllabus of UPSC. The PDF which is coming in front of your screen, it is taken from the UPSC website. So all these contents are authenticated. It is as per the syllabus by the UPSC. So this was the syllabus of mathematics paper, and now we will move over to the syllabus of GAT paper. GAT constitutes of around 600 marks. So in GAT it constitutes of English, physics, chemistry, biology. Then it constitutes of general studies, which includes history, geography, and a few topics from polity, and at last it comes current affairs. So these are the subjects which constitutes GAT section. Then in the GAT, the first one is English. In English, the questions are designed to test the candidate understanding of English worksman, like use of words. Syllabus are covered in the aspects of grammar, uses of vocabulary, comprehension, cohesion, and extend to the test of candidate proficiency in English. Here in English, antonyms, synonyms, then idioms has also started to come. Then about error, fill-ups will come, and if possible comprehension will also come. And you have to be sure about all the rules in the grammar, because if all the rules are in the fingertip, almost all the error as well as fill-ups, error part and fill-ups part, both will be covered once your rules which are there in the grammar, each and every topic of the grammar, almost all the rules you have to remember, at least revise the rules around 3 to 4 times. You will be able to solve all the error and the fill-ups part, and you have to solve maximum number of exercises of error as well as fill-ups which are in the Pathfinder. And apart from Pathfinder, you can refer to the SP Bakshi English book. In that so many exercises are given, so you can just follow those books as well. Similarly, if we talk about the next portion consists of general knowledge. In general knowledge, the subjects like physics, chemistry, general science, social studies, geography, and current affairs are asked. And if we talk about the weightage of physics, in physics the important topics from where questions are asked every year is you can see that, which is appearing on your screen, from the physical properties, states of matter, mass, weight, density, specific gravity, principle of Archimedes. So here from the dimensions also questions will come, and you can see from the motion of object, velocity, acceleration, that means from the time and distance chapter also question will come. Work, energy, and power is also covered. Then about heat and thermodynamics also question will come. Then you should also read gravitation chapter. Then optics chapter is also important. Then even the magnetic effects of current is also important, and the current and electricity is also important. Similarly, you should also read the topics of waves and oscillation. Then similarly, at the last you have to read the important instruments, important microscopes like compound microscope, simple microscope, what is the principle, what is the functioning, what kind of lens are used, each and everything should be in your fingertip. What is the principle of compound microscope? So each and everything should be in your fingertip so that you are able to score better in the physics. You can just take the screenshot of this physics syllabus, otherwise you can just download the notification of the NDA 1 2022. In that all the syllabus are covered. And the best book to prepare for this physics is again the Pathfinder. In Pathfinder, every chapter is given separately. You can just look into the every chapter which is given separately, and exercises are also there in that chapter. You can practice all the exercises, and even the previous year questions are also given in the NDA Pathfinder book, which is published by HIND. So this was the syllabus of physics. And similarly we move to the next one, that is chemistry. Chemistry weightage is of around 15% of the GAT. So of around 75 marks comes from the chemistry. Talk about the chemistry, physical and chemical changes, then element, mixture, compound, formulas of the simple chemical formulas, then equation of law of chemical combination, then about property of air and water, then preparation and the property of hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen. Mainly the properties are asked here. Properties and examples you have to be very much sure. Here equations will not be asked. You should not mug up any of the equations because those equations are not that much important. Only in the JEE examination those equations are asked. But in the examination of NDA you will be asked the important formulae. Like if any compound is given, you should know the use of the compound and what is the formula of the compound and what is the common name of the compound. And let's say any kind of alloy is given, that alloy is made up of which two metal and what is the amount of that metal. Similarly like that you should know the name of the compound and there are at least one application. And like carbon also, carbon itself is one huge chapter. Like in that you will study the allotrope of carbon, property of carbon, each and everything will be covered. Then about the fertilizers, what kind of fertilizers, natural fertilizer, name of the few natural fertilizer, artificial fertilizer, few names of them and their uses. And you have to study few important topics like glass, ink, paper, cement, paint, safety match, gunpowder. Only these important compounds you have to study. Other than this you should not study anything. Only the how glass, ink, paper, cement, paint, safety matches and gunpowder are prepared. About the preparation techniques of these compounds only, not other compounds, only these compounds you have to study because it is mentioned in the syllabus as per the UPSC. So you have to follow the UPSC syllabus only. And at last they are given about the elementary ideas about the structure of atom chapter, which is there, that you have to study about the Bohr's atomic model, about the Rutherford atomic model, about Thomson atomic model, what were the limitations, what were the good points about them. These things you have to know. And about the atomic equivalent and molecular weight, valency, each and everything you have to cover in the chemistry. Similarly, general science section C, this general science mainly deals with biology. If you are from biology background, then it is well and good. Otherwise, if you are not from the biology background, you can even skip this because around 9 to 10 questions are asked from the biology in every year NDA examination. Suppose if you are from biology background, then this area is going to be very much scoring. Even if you are not from biology background, but if you have an interest to study biology, then please don't forget to study these topics because here topics are very limited, not that much they have asked. Here you have to study about the cells, then about the tissues, about the reproduction in plants and animals. You should have the elementary knowledge of human body, important organs, common epidemics, their causes and preventions. That means what are the common disease, what is their causes and how to prevent them. Then you should study about the foods and their sources and the constituents of food, about the nutrients, different types of nutrients, balanced diet, the solar system, meteors, comets, eclipse, achievements of eminent scientists. Here the syllabus is very much limited. You can just take the screenshot once. So here the syllabus is very limited. Even if you are not from the biology background, you can just at least go through the Pathfinder biology, whatever is given in the NDA Pathfinder biology book. You should at least go at least 2 to 3 times. You should turn the pages and have a glance at it, so that some important topics, some important terms, important syllabus it will be fitted in your mind, which will be directly helpful in your NDA examination. And the next and important portion is section D, which covers the history and the freedom movement. One main thing which you have to note here is that, see, here we are given history and freedom movement. That means in the syllabus of history, freedom movement is clearly mentioned, but they have not mentioned ancient history, they have not mentioned medieval history, they have not mentioned world history. Only few important topics of world history is mentioned, not all world history topics are mentioned, and only few topics of ancient history is mentioned, and medieval history is not even mentioned. So here I'll tell you what are the things you have to study in history. In history, from the ancient history, you have to study the emphasis on the culture and civilization. That means you have to study about the Harappan civilization, Indus Valley civilization, who founded them, and what were the important things which were discovered in the Harappan civilization. These things you have to cover in the history. And if we talk about the freedom movement, in the freedom movement in India, you have to study the elementary study of Indian constitution and administration, elementary constitution of five-year plan. You have to study Panchayati Raj system, then about the various movements and the various teachings, welfare schemes of Gandhi, like important like Gandhian era, whatever is there in the Pathfinder, or if you have any other GK book like Lucent GK book or HIND GK book or any other GK book, Gandhian era you have to completely study. Whatever is the movement started by the Gandhiji, whether it was successful or not, who and all participated, what was the main role in it, when the Congress session was held, when Gandhi became the president of session. This complete you have to study from the modern history. So the important topic from the modern history is freedom movement. Next one is, if we talk about from the world history, only important topics you have to study, not the entire world history. From world history you have to see about the American War of Independence, French Revolution, Industrial Revolution, Russian Revolution, impact of science and technology on society, concept of the world, United Nations, Panchsheel, democracy, socialism, communism, role of India in the present world. That means only the topics which are mentioned here, only these you have to study, not everything. Like here the topics of Chinese civilization is not mentioned, here the topics of Roman civilization is not mentioned. These civilizations come under world history, but you should not study for the NDA examination. For NDA examination, only the American War of Independence, French Revolution, Russian Revolution, Industrial Revolution, and impact of science and technology. If you study only these topics, almost most of your questions will be covered, and questions also in your NDA examination will be come from this topic only. It will not come other than this. Next important topic is of geography, which comes under section E. Then in geography also, in my suggestion, I would suggest you to cover the entire Indian geography. Any topic coming under Indian geography which is mentioned in the Pathfinder book, you have to cover each and every topic from the Indian geography. And if we talk in terms of world geography, from the point of world geography, you have to study Earth in shape and size, latitude and longitude, concept of time, international dateline. Then after that, rocks, their types, weathering, ocean current, earthquake, pressure belt, then wind, cyclone, anticyclone, humidity, precipitation, types of climate, major natural regions of the world, regional geography about the climate, natural vegetation, mineral, power resources, location, and about the industrial activities, important seaports, main sea, air route, and the main items of imports and exports in India. That means in world geography only these topics. If you open the Pathfinder, topic wise important details are given. Please go through only those topics. Don't refer to any other book other than Pathfinder for GAT, because for GAT only if you are completely thorough with the Pathfinder, ultimately you are going to score very good marks in your geography section. And next one is our current affairs section, and current affairs plays a very vital role in the NDA examination. See, here you would have not noticed any topic from the economics. So the subject of economics, which if you think that it is important, I would suggest you that it is not even important, because it is not mentioned in the UPSC syllabus. So you can completely skip the subject of economics. Only important topics if you want to study, you can study the 5-year plans in economics. Only 5-year plans are important. Other than 5-year plan, nothing is important. So economics you can completely miss, and no topics from the polity is given here. In polity, I would suggest you the important topics to study only from the Pathfinder, not from any other book. Even if few questions like 2 to 3 questions are asked, it would come only from the Pathfinder book, because Pathfinder has covered the important topic like important features of the Indian Constitution, from which country it has been borrowed, what is the articles related to the president, prime minister, how they are appointed, what is the age limit, who can dismiss them. So important designated post like prime minister, president, chief minister, governor, or CAG, this important post, who appointed them, what is the qualification, what is the function, which article come under the president of India. These things only you have to study from the politics in Indian polity. And if you talk about the current affairs is very much important in the NDA examination, because questions asked in the current affairs are very easy. You can take current affairs as a kind of scoring. Around 10% of weightage in the GAT section, which constitutes around 60 mark, 15 questions are asked in the current affairs itself. So for current affairs, the best preparation is you have to subscribe the channel, because in this channel we are going to come up with different current affairs videos, and that video will completely help in your examination. If around 15 questions are asked in the NDA examination, I can guarantee you that out of those 15 questions, around 12 to 13 questions will come from this channel only, because that questions which we have selected, they have been selected by after analysis of previous 10 to 14 years of question paper. So we have analyzed the question paper of 10 to 14 years, and only the important topics have been extracted, and from those topics, if there is any current affairs or if any other international event has taken place which is important for our country, those topics has been covered. So you can completely rely upon us. We will come up with the current affairs video. So in total of around 8 to 9 videos, we are going to cover entire current affairs. Subscribe the channel and share this channel to all of your friends. If you like the video, please press the like button and forget to subscribe the channel, because it is going to completely help you. Thank you friends for tuning till the end. Thank you. Jai Hind.